Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's question is, can a goat stand on 2 feet? And the answer is yes. Take a look at this guy. This is an alpine ibex. It's a wild goat that lives in the mountains of Europe. And this particular ibex is famous for being able to stand on 2 feet. His name is Jerry. He got famous a few years ago when a video went viral of him standing up on his hind legs and walking around on his tippy toes like that. Now, normally goats can't do that, but there are all sorts of different breeds of goats, and they all have different traits. Some are good at climbing, some are good at jumping, and some are just good at being cute. But generally speaking, goats can't stand on 2 feet. They don't have the balance to do it. Their center of gravity is way too far forward. They're kind of top-heavy, but not this guy. This guy has incredible balance. Just watch him walk around on those tippy toes. It looks like he's drunk, but I think he's just trying to get a better view of the world. You know, goats are prey animals. They have to be able to climb up on rocks and stuff to get away from predators. I think Jerry's pretty good at that. He's even good enough to stand on 1 foot. Watch this. Look at that balance. It's uncanny. I don't know how long he can keep this up. Maybe all day long. I don't know if anybody's studied it, but it's pretty amazing to watch. I mean, look at that. It's kind of scary too, because if he falls, he'll probably hurt himself. But he seems pretty graceful, doesn't he? Now, goats like this that can do amazing things, they're called Nigerian dwarf goats. They come from Nigeria, obviously, and they're smaller than most goats. They're only about 16 inches tall at the shoulder. It's about knee-high to me. But they're really good jumpers and climbers. They can jump 4 or 5 feet straight up in the air. They can jump onto a 6-foot-high wall like no big thing. They can even jump onto a roof if they want to. Now, they're not the only goats that can do this. There are other breeds of goats all over the world that can do amazing things. In India, they have these goats that can jump 20 or 30 feet from tree to tree. They're called markhor goats. In China, they have these goats that can climb up sheer cliffs. They're called Wushishan goats. And then, of course, we have Jerry here in Europe who can do this. But why can they do this? Why can goats do amazing things like this? Well, it helps that goats have 4 stomachs. No, that's not just a saying. Goats really do have 4 stomachs, and that gives them a lot of advantages. For one thing, it means they can digest almost anything. They can eat plants that other animals couldn't even think about eating. And that gives them access to lots of extra nutrition, and that extra nutrition makes them stronger and more agile. It also helps that goats are really smart. They have to be smart to survive in the wild. They have to be able to solve problems and figure things out. And that intelligence helps them learn new tricks too. But maybe the most important thing is that goats are just naturally athletic. They love to climb and jump and run and play. It's just part of their nature. So the answer to the question is yes. A goat can stand on 2 feet. In fact, there are all sorts of goats all over the world that can do amazing things. So next time you see a goat, don't just think of it as a dumb, woolly animal that's good for nothing. Think of it as a magnificent athlete with a brain and a body that's perfectly suited for life in the mountains. That's all for now. See you next time.